couple of local boats in the Prince Philip Challenge Trophy. Latymer Upper School against Henley Rowing Club. Trying to get as much energy into the boat as possible early on off those start pontoons. It's like hard work for both of them, doesn't it? That?
Some really strong coxing calls, which is always nice and reassuring as an athlete to hear off the blocks. A nice, good old solid squeeze. You know, sometimes there can be too much going on at the start and as an athlete, and you just need some simple guidance to find your way through of what can be a bit of a blur in those first few strokes.
Henley Rowing Club, who will know this stretch of water so well. Their boathouse just the other side of Henley Bridge. Direction in which they're destined at the moment.
Another good strong start from in these eights to see who takes a really strong early lead, and that's definitely been done here by Latymer in their light blue on the right hand side of the screen there. They're looking at the previous marker there. They were leading by nearly a length, and we're looking at the barrier marker now as we see the 1, which indicates the lane they're in, going up early. We look for the number 2 being hoisted up to. There we go, and it's just about a length that they have lead there. Some of the stuff I love about this regatta, right, we're broadcasting live on YouTube, you know, there's cabling all under the river to power all the cameras, yet we also put wooden string and numbers up poles, which is brilliant.
Well, they've been doing that for since 1839. I'm not sure they had the board markers in the first afternoon regatta. One afternoon in 1839, now it's 6 days, and we've still got some of the quaint traditions, like the board markers that they go by.
The progress boards are amazing as well, to be honest, because that's almost trying to mirror the race, but with boards sliding along a wooden frame, which is just, I mean, just magical, right?
It's basic, but it tells you everything you could possibly want from a graphic. And look at the lead that Latymer Upper have got now. Good last couple of 100 metres of the race. The umpire raises the white flag and asks Latymer very politely to get back onto their side of the water. As they got ahead, they just drifted central and sent back a few puddles, a bit of dirty water heading in the direction of Henley Rowing Club. So understandably the umpire intervening.
Wind batten, I think that looks like, just stretching our arms out and just waving the flag, but it looks like both these boats are solidly in their lanes, which is fine. But yes, Latymer, really impressive here, isn't it? This is their moving from the quads a few years back, focusing now on the eights. They've really got a good handle on this here.
You've got to have good depth in your programme to make that shift, haven't you? Across to eights.
Yeah, and you see quite a lot of the schools, both in the junior boys and in the junior girls, that they are working with this idea of either having a top boat like a quad and then using the 8 as a development boat, but switching over to the 8s, as you're right, you do need to build a bigger squad of athletes to be more competitive.
So Henley Rowing Club with a lot of work to do here. See them on the left of your picture. Good luck to that cyclist on the towpath trying to keep up with the race. And here we can see Henley Rowing Club in the blue and white. Grace Haldon in the bow seat.
Really levering themselves on the oars there really nicely, really trying to pull themselves back into contention here. It's good. Both crews looking really racy, so this isn't comfortable for Latymer.
Molly Hall in the stroke seat. Yeah, it must be useful, this footage, so from a coaching point of view you can really see what's going on in the boat from these shots, but also if you're a wannabe crew perhaps racing in future Henley Royal Regattas, it gives you a very good idea of how to take on this unique course, doesn't it?
Yeah, and understanding how to play the conditions a little bit as well. With the tailwinds, once the boats drop at speed, they're going to stay at speed a little bit easier because you've got the assistance from the wind. So an early lead is actually worth quite a lot when you've got a tailwind like this. And hopefully it makes the course feel that little bit shorter, although we are talking about the extra 112 metres here off the usual 2 kilometres people would classically train for.
Yeah, so tactically there must be a lot more known about this stretch of water and how to approach races than was the case pre-TV. They're doing nicely, aren't they? That lead boat, Latymer Upper School, just holding things together, making sure they make no mistakes. I've got the race completely under control. See in that bow seat there, Merlin Grant, 17 years old, first Henley Royal Regatta for her.
Yeah, it's great seeing so the Henley boat on the left-hand side of the screen there just looks like they're just sticking a bit more on the rate now, really trying to sort of wind early, and definitely something you've got to do when you are just out of contact slightly. You need to shift your race plan and just move it all early, and just imagine the finish line is going to be a lot earlier on. That's what they're doing here, just winding through the gears much earlier.
But here come Latymer Upper School. Amelia Roasley Cox. Nice and calm. In front of stewards. The work is done. Nice to get your work done this early in the programme, isn't it? Nice early in the day. They can go back, reflect on how they've gone, look ahead to tomorrow. Next round of the Prince Philip Challenge Trophy for Latymer Upper School. We go over the line now.
And that was their first race, obviously, Henley having raced Pangbourne the day before. So, yeah, good. They've had a good solid run there.
Should get some confidence. So, the celebrations in the Latymer Upper boat. Henley Rowing Club. Just down the way. All that head back to their boathouse. Their week is over.